I guess since I'm going to be vlogging now on iPower, I need to introduce myself a little bit. My name's Nathan. I've been working for 8 years in electronic engineering. My goals are to end up in business for myself doing software design and technical consulting for large companies. My reasons for joining iPower were to look to find a group of peers that would help me improve myself and push myself to achieve my goals. So far, I've really enjoyed everything that I've seen here on iPower, and I wanted to give back and try to tell my story a little bit of how I progress. I started out in the computer industry when I was about 12 years old. I took my first computer apart and put it back together again and fixed it. Back then, my family was broke, I was broke, nobody had any money, and the only way I was able to get a hold of a computer was to take ones that people were throwing away or upgrading from and rob parts and basically build one myself. And I started on that when I was 12 years old. When I turned 13, I discovered QBasic. It was back in the DOS days when you still had to type commands in to do everything, and I started learning QBasic and wrote some pretty elaborate programs by the time I was done. And at 15 years old, I met the guy who is currently my employer, and he introduced me to C and C++ programming, real programming, and I've been working with them ever since. Actually, I'm still with that company now. I'm 24 years old. I'm married to my wife, Alex. We've been married for 2 years this week, and we own 2 dogs and 1 cat, and we live in the country in Tennessee. So I guess that makes me a bit of a redneck, but that's okay. I will try to compensate for it. If anybody has any questions about me or would like to get to know me a little bit better, you can feel free to leave me a comment with the video. I'll try to answer everything as honestly and as clearly as I can. I'm definitely open for discussion. I'm also here if anybody has any computer problems or questions. I will try to be helpful. But anyways, that's what I'd like for everybody to get to do. I'd like for everybody to get to follow me and my story as I try to quit smoking. I try to get my body back into shape, and as I try to start a home business where I can set my own hours, work for myself. I believe that the key to financial success is to entrepreneurialize and work for yourself. I think as long as you're trading time for money, that you're not really going to achieve greatness, and I believe that I can do better and move out into self-employment where I can get to make more than just my time work for me. I believe I can invest and build a residual income that will allow me to improve my family situation without me having to constantly be gone working. There's only so many hours in a day, which means there's only so much money you can make that way, and I want to move it to the next level. So I'll keep you posted. I'll try to post once a week and let you know how things are going. Currently got a lot of projects coming up that some people may be interested in. I'm learning how to program apps for the Mac and iPhone, and pretty soon I'll also be branching out into Android. So if you're a computer nerd, you'll definitely like the blog. If you're into fitness, you'll like the blog. I was in the United States military for a little while. Got some experience in PT, and I'll be sharing some tips and also some things to avoid to keep from hurting your own body. So those will be useful tips, and I'll keep you posted on those. And also for those of you who smoke or are addicted to some form of nicotine, I also dip part-time, and I'll share my tips and help and my progress in getting off of that. So anyways, lots of stuff going on. I'll have something different to talk about every single week, so please tune in often and let me know what you think about the videos in the comments, and I'll try to brush it up, make it look good, and hopefully make it entertaining and helpful. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Peace.